Yo, dude, it's time to go back to the 80s with today's review with the Orbit V7 and V7 Parallel Edition. So let's check it out. Alright, this is the Orbit V7s and the Parallel Edition as well, V7 Parallel Edition from Orbit Playing Cards. They are 80s inspired and designed by what is day? We'll get to that. I'm sure it's on the tuck case. I apologize. It's been a while. I don't recall exactly all the finer details. But anyways, the V7, 80s inspired, has an inverted V5 design to some extent. The rainbow you see on it, there's a rainbow that is a tribute to the 1986 Challenger shuttle with the names inside of the tuck, which is really cool. Retro Arco look. There's three new court faces, which we'll get to in a minute. They're people that are from his life, from Chris Brown's life. There's 20,000 produced of the V7 premium crest stock, Aircrest and finish, traditionally cut, web press printed, matte tuck, one-way design, designed by Daniel Snyder. There you go. I knew I had that information somewhere. The V7 is inspired by the interior tuck case design of the V7, so we'll get to that in a minute. 5,000 were produced. It's the same specs as the V7. It's lefty friendly design for left-handed people, and interior features the V7 design. So here you see the tuck faces. This is the standard, this is the parallel. Very 80s retro looking. It says Orbit on the front. The side says distributed by Orbit. This one says orbit.af, this one says orbitbrown.com. Both work. Illustrated by Daniel Snyder. The other side, V7, 7th edition and V7 Parallel Edition. 23 and 32 on the tops instead of just 23. Kind of the reverse. And the bottom says it's the logo. You see the rainbow I was mentioning, which is a tribute to the Challenger 7, which of course blew up in that tragic accident in the 80s. In the back, you see the back designs. This one says Orbit all over the design. A bit overkill, but here's what it is. And the seals have kind of the logo. The flap, it says persist and endure. It says the deeper you gaze into the cosmos, the harder it is to look back. Persist and endure. And this one, same thing. Just matte tuck cases. The inside is the Orbit deck at the Orbit deck on Instagram, and you see the 80s 3D glasses and a satellite. And what you see in the inside of this standard tuck case is the design that inspired this one. They're like, wait a minute, that would be a good design on its own, so they did that. And if you look closely, you see the names along these sides. It's hard to see in this lighting, of the people from the Challenger, which is really cool. It says at the bottom, we are Orbit, which you can't see, unfortunately. And this one, again, the Orbit deck, 23, and same things on these flaps, glasses and satellite. They also have the glasses and the satellite on the inside because it's the design from this one. So basically what they did with this one is they took this tuck case, and they flipped it inside out. You can see it's the Orbit, this edition is on the inside of this one, which is kind of cool. So basically they reversed the tuck cases, as you can see. Except it doesn't say we are Orbit, and it doesn't have the names on the outside, but it is what it is. So inside you get a duplicate 8 of spades on both decks. Nice back design, pink and purples. You do get a double backer. The Jokers, which are an astronaut with his dog, apparently. The Ace of Spades, the astronaut. That says persist and endure, the Orbit deck, the orbitbrown.com. In this one, spades, hearts and diamonds are in pink. I'm trying to see if they're both the same. I can't recall. Okay, they're not quite. Pink for the hearts and diamonds, and the bluish color almost a dark purple for the spades and clubs. The court cards, some modifications with this one at the very least. King of Spades, we'll get to that. King of Spades, King of Clubs, King of Clubs. So there's, you can see they've got some modified faces, people from his life. King of Spades right here is John Bodine, which is Chris's mentor. King of Clubs here is his his best friend mom's husband, aka Big Matt, he was known as, and he is related to the the Queen of Clubs, which we'll get to momentarily. Nice artwork, purples and pinks. There it is. The Queen of Clubs is his childhood best friend's mom, Nancy, and the King of Clubs is her husband, Big Matt. So that's that. Nice, that he did that. And you see the court cards, or the number cards, I should say. They're Orco styled. And this one, you get the same gaff. Here's the back design. You get a double backer, which is the V7 and the parallel designs. The Joker's is the dog on a bicycle this time around. The Ace of Spades is the dog with a helmet looking at a pink Saturn apparently. And this one says orbit.af, so they're advertising both websites. And this one, the hearts and diamonds are in purple, a light purple. So basically the same colors. And then the court cards as well, the same, just a slightly different color scheme. And then the number cards. So yeah, lots of this deck. Handling wise, beautiful handling as you can see. Now, I'd like to get the Cardistry edition of these decks, but they're expensive as hell on eBay. But there was a Orbit Cardistry edition. And what am I getting it? And it's noticed there's a little light blue border on there, which adds a little detail in the fans. Overall, I like it. I'm an 80s boy. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. So I like it. I'm going to say, for these decks, 9.5 out of 10. I like them. It's worth checking out. Obviously, they're easy to find, especially the one that's 20,000 printed. So that is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Check out both their links, the websites. It's the same thing. Links to the same website. I'll have it down below. That is that. See you next time. Thanks for watching.